What's going on? Heavy Hooks here. And I was listening to Rom Willis. And he's making some good points that I wanted to talk about. Here's what he said.
Just because he's handsome. I said, no, women look at that, but they look at everything. Women look at everything about a man. Any guy who thinks that a woman just looks at a man's looks really hasn't talked to enough women or dealt with them. So they're looking at everything. Let's be real on something. Most men just care that she look good. That's it. They ain't thinking about her social class. They ain't thinking about what her religion is. They ain't thinking about like what her political stance is.
Now, listening to him made me think about why I really connected to Kevin Samuels and a lot of other people in the Black manosphere, especially Dr. Tiasan Johnson, Dr. Tommy Curry, Dr. Tommy J. Curry, the Green Gorilla, BGS. Like, I really want to thank those guys for the content that they brought out, because before that, I did not have a list for reasons why I should be in a relationship with a woman. There were no talking points that I knew about that I was supposed to apply to a relationship. I was misguided like so many other people into believing that women had no flaws and that any time that there's a problem in a relationship, it's the guy's fault. And also, I was taught and socialized to just look at the beauty of a woman and not think of other things like her political views, her religious views. I just didn't grow up in a society where people, or a community where men were saying these things. So that's why I am totally appreciative of all the things BGS, Dr. Tiasan Johnson, Dr. Tommy Curry, Green Gorilla, and a lot of other men in the Black manosphere for bringing up these talking points so I can reevaluate how I view myself, how I view relationships and women. Because as men, we do ourselves a disservice by not developing criteria or a checklist in the same way that females do. And it doesn't make you less of a man for having standards and criteria that women must have in order for you to feel comfortable in the future success of this relationship with this person. But Rom accurately points out that for most men, we're just so enamored with beauty that we'll put up with anything a woman brings as long as she meets a certain beauty standard that we have. And it should be deeper than that. And now men are talking about it. And I think that makes women uncomfortable, and I think it makes men uncomfortable because we are just not used to critiquing women. We're used to getting ourselves critiqued. Because you got to make a way for yourself as a man. Nobody cares. You either make it happen or you don't. Nobody cares if you're a grown man that you're struggling. But thank God for the Black manosphere. It is Black men saying that they care, and I do care. That's why I want to create a space too where Black men can come and feel comfortable sharing and talking about, what they're actually dealing with. So hats off to Ron Willis. Hats off to everybody in the Black manosphere, and any Black man that's trying to make a positive impact on the community, and the Black men that are taking time to help themselves. It's okay to be totally selfish at times and take care of yourself, Black man. And again, that's why I created BMGT, Black Men Gotta Teach. I want to raise money so that we can retain the Black male teachers we do have and recruit new Black teachers. Because if we're going to change our perspectives and worldviews, we have to socialize our children differently. That means the majority of the teachers should not be female, because our children are in these schools for 6 to 8 hours a day and are learning their worldview and perspectives from a feminine perspective, which is great. We want that, but the feminine perspective is not the only perspective. The feminine worldview is not the only worldview. Our children, both males and females, deserve to have both the male and female perspective presented to them to create balance. Anybody that suggests only females should socialize and teach our kids, you need to reevaluate how you're viewing that perspective and the people that hold that perspective. Because we should want our children to be well-rounded. We should want them to interact and learn from both males and females. But as far as we want to keep these relationships that we have and make them better and have future relationships perform better, then we have to look at how we are viewing women. We have to develop standards and criteria. And if that woman, no matter her beauty, doesn't fit our standards and criteria, then it's time to move on. So Ron Willis is exactly right on that. And I just really thank all of the men who's taking time to help out our black men.